Hey guys, Novus here, welcome back to From the Depths. So, I noticed something strange. If I load up a fresh one of these, if you watch the power, I mean it starts partially charged. It struggles big time. So I'm starting to think, I may have way too much capacity in terms of power there over RTGs, which is usually the case. I mean, like, the RTGs don't generate enough power really to be running like that many. Yeah, so I could probably increase the number of RTGs still without cutting down the amount of power we have access to. But I probably do at some point want to cut down the amount of power these things are putting out. Because at the moment, twitching on and off, yeah, at the moment it doesn't seem like we'll be generating enough power to actually keep up with if we actually hit, 4,000 usage. Now, when we're loading up the guns, I'll have to find out how much power we're using then as well. But at full thrust we're using about 300. Now I believe we used, I think, like another 300 or so for ammo generation. So that's not too bad so far. I mean, we're using a tiny chunk, but we still need shields and lasers. And to not nose into the water so much. Please, ship, settle. I mean, I could fix that very easily, but I kind of like the idea of it. Like, I believe I mentioned in the previous episode, it's sort of changing altitudes essentially, and because of it, being able to dodge steady incoming fire. And it wouldn't outright dodge it, but I mean it'd throw it off from hitting what it's specifically targeting for the most part. Okay, so we need lasers and we need detection. Another thing that would be useful, might whack it into this room. Where? Right there. Oh no. Oops. I kind of just forgot I was already in build mode for a second there. Okay. Probably whack it around there. So, lure box. Okay, now what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to calibrate this thing, and I'm also going to have to grab the battleship out for a second, because I am the lazy, and I just want to rip the code straight out of it. Now, I believe I've linked this code a couple of times now, and sort of mentioned it, but it is really useful. As to how much more accurate it is than normal, I don't know. I mean, it's fairly accurate. It hits its shots when it needs to, so that's kind of, I guess, what I can really say in regards to that. But what the hell's going on here? I'm so confused. But yeah, at the same time, I mean, the primary reason for using it, as far as I've found personally, is so that you can have separate guns targeting separate enemies simultaneously, as well as not having to use any extra blocks for controlling it. Alright, so with that grabbed, I should be able to scrap it. Oh god. I did not like that. I should have just pulled it out of play. Would have been more effective, but instead I have chopped the game. Yep, okay, it is recovered. It just had to, I guess destroy all of the turrets. I guess it's going to slowly disintegrate the ship now. Yep. Alright, cool. We do that. I'm gonna be over here. Alright. So yeah, back here is probably where I'm going to set the laser. It's going to be heavy, so I was thinking of kind of setting it a little centralized. I'm kind of sad now that I didn't actually put my chair and so forth up the back. I could always move and put the laser up the front, because the laser is going to be much heavier and would finally sort of help weigh that nose down a bit. But I don't know. I'm probably just going to try and put it centralized instead. And I'm going to put like one on this side, one on this side, the reason being, and like make them smaller. So that way the weight distribution is fairly even on each side. So if I just put a whole bunch of weight on one side, it could cause the ship to tip a bunch more in that direction. That would be bad. Oops. Okay, so it's probably going to need a little bit of space. I don't know how much yet, but that should do. Quickly chuck this code in. And then I'm gonna have to calibrate it a little bit. Okay, so all I really need, as far as I'm aware, will be maximum flight time. I may have to adjust that ever so slightly. Other than that, it should be all set and ready to go once I put detection up. Where did I put? It's this end, yeah. Okay, so it was 8.889. Okay, cool. There we are. I guess I did not save that. 8.9, I guess. Bump it up rather than bumping it down. Okay, so that should now be controlling those guns. It just doesn't have any way of seeing yet. So once we've got detection on the top, that'll be fine. Laser. Okay, so this is going to be done a bit weird. Kind of thinking about it. I might do. And then I'll run it straight out through there, so this is going to need braking on either side and converting into a 3-meter beam. So it's to allow these connectors to reach here. Now what will actually be there is our yes. And then that's where the transceiver goes, I believe. All the way up. There we are. Alright, so if I set something up directly above that now, I should be able to grab those lasers and start lasering things. And I can totally also bounce that away. And yeah, totally have stuff at the ends of the ship lasering as well if I really need it. Cavities. Okay, so standard cavity, that way around. I gotta remember this is mirrored, so he's gonna go nuts if I put too many on. I mean, 3 should be enough. Why do I keep doing that? Armor piercing. There we are, and let's try and get single input cavities on either side. What am I doing? Pump. That's what I'm after. There we go. Okay, so that should be plenty, and the water is really, there we go, distracting. It's difficult to see through it. Alright. That's that way. There we go. Okay. And then those 3. And those 3. Okay. Alright. Disconnected. What? What? Hang on, let me... Oh. Oh, I'm a... Yep, okay. Alright, yep. Okay. I forgot to put in this. I don't even know how I forgot it, but the coupler needs to go there. And then Q switches. Now, how fast I want it firing, I do not know yet. But relatively quickly, preferably. Oh, that bugs me. Sometimes it doesn't actually line it up with the block. So it's like off, and it's just, it looks... Okay. Alright, so... that should be draining enough power. To see how it works, we'll have to do is set something up here. So this is probably where I'm going to have kind of an area. God, that's gross. But it needs to catch it. Actually, no. No, I don't have to do anything like that. This is where I was going to set up the detection, but I guess for now, just so I can test it, I'll put this like this. I'm just going to put the transceiver on the bottom of likely one laser in the center there. Do the same on either end. So slap that straight onto the bottom of the weaponized laser munition defense. Yeah, alright. Then we're going to need to go over to AI, connector, just whack some connectors here real quick. Put those, whoop, yeah, like so, and then I'll put, this is just to get an idea, like so I can get an idea of how much detection I'm going to need, and like how many lasers and whatnot ever else. I should have them on either end as well, but I don't know if... yeah, I'll keep them centralized. Why not? Alright. I won't bother with them on the ends, if I'm going to do it that way. But it's just basically going to be eventually like a little tower type thing there. I'm going to have to set up the guns. They should be mostly already set up. I have to set one thing. I just realized I might quickly go do it while it's in my head. Yeah, should be about right. And that should prevent it from shooting that center part. So anywhere, basically like, this turret should be shooting across to here sort of a dealio, so anywhere within there, across to here sort of a dealio is going to be double turret territory. Put a detector on the top of these, and that should be fine. We should be able to fire the guns and test the laser and all the rest of it. Okay, alright, so let's try that out. Save it up. I'm gonna start doing these ones. I'll eventually clean it up to just one, like I promised to do with every craft. Eventually. I'm just gonna have a horde of blueprints here for the moment though. So we need to test out some shots. So Onyx Watch, ship. I do like the Constitution. It's not likely to just outright demolish. Oh no, wait, whoa. I was thinking of a different ship. Cauldron. It's not likely to outright demolish our ship, but it should be a good test. So it should be trying to face itself away. It doesn't appear to be doing so. That laser is incredibly inaccurate. And we are using... It is hard to tell how much power we're using because it's so brief. I mean, it immediately charges itself back up. Now, I want to have more lasers on it eventually, so with 3 lasers it'll probably be a bit different. Let's test that right now. And just to make sure it's also doing the same on the other side. Alright, let's test that. It uses all of that power. Jeez, those new double pumps are nuts. Alright, so we're gonna have to cut it down to maybe like one single section. They are not powerful enough to break stuff like that though. Also, oh damn. There goes a turret. Another thing I thought about, I kind of forgot to do is move the turret. Because I managed to cut down the space we were using. Just didn't move. Oh no, I still need to set up the top area in regards to that. That means everything's gonna need to move. Whoops. Let me check this one. This one was here. Oh, we're gonna be out of space very soon. Okay, fair enough. Alright, so let's mirror this up and let's try and finish off these walls real quick. Cut these walls down. Yeah. Gonna need to deal with that. Well, actually, that can be a 2 meter, I believe it is, here. And then another 2 meter there. Yeah, sweet. Alright, too easy. And we can go across the other side. It's just a big hole at the moment. Rip. Oh, wait, of course. Miscellaneous repair bots. So that is one thing I need to do. I need to box in some of these. I believe I had space somewhere still. In the nose, yeah. Oops. Okay, so that's a couple. Could probably use more, but I mean, it's a couple for now. I need to see better before I box more of these things in. Okay. Come on, hurry up. I need you to repair so I can work on this. Here we go, so I can rip it down. It's kind of annoying, I need to wait for it to actually put it back so I can get rid of it. Rip. Alright. So I will... sorry. I'll deal with that. Now we have to move these back to that wall, so you're gonna have to go back 2 blocks. You're gonna have to go back 2 blocks. Okay, so copy, paste, copy, paste. I could make it, you know, easier on myself and just kind of put the wall there now, but I'm gonna extend that back still, and I still need to do the same with the turret. Sorry, the ammo production turret. And I'm gonna have to move this. Alright. So you can get off. I didn't need you there now anyway. There. Alright. So break this, break this. That's gonna need changing around. What the? How did I break that? Okay, alright, whatever. 1, 2, there. Multi-purpose laser. Okay, so we're gonna need to move all of this forward. Thankfully we're mirroring it, so it's not gonna be too difficult. It's just gonna move back 2 blocks? Question marks? Yeah, I believe it was 2 blocks. So get rid of that. Yeah, once this is finished repairing, I'll kind of fiddle with this side more. Alright, so over here we need to change that into one of those. That can be one of those, that can be one of those. That can be a multi-purpose laser there. Now, thankfully we did need to cut the lasers down anyway. So, I mean, this does take it to 1 block, which is what I was saying, so I can't believe it's taking all of that power we had access to, though. God damn. Then again, it's brief. Like, it's incredibly brief that it uses so much power. So having more power capacity than we can charge up is fine, because it's only momentary that's going to use it. So it's probably, yeah, it's probably for the best. Okay, so I'm going to try and keep the same level of armor penetration on it, and we'll just see how powerful this thing disconnected. Because I didn't do it right again. Okay, so coupler, then Q switch, and Q switch. And then we have transceiver, go there. This is how many total? 4? Good. Okay, so in that case we'll just do that. We'll have to put a 2 meter there. It's getting a little difficult to work in here. It's just such a small space, but deal with it. Alright, okay. So now these can be moved across to there. So remove those. And then this is gonna have to be moved forward. Alright. So we have to take away the mirroring for that section, but it looks like that's this area done. We've got no space left, really. Okay, fair enough. I think we got everything in though. That's the important part. So what I'm going to have to do here is just mirror those. Rip those out. See, it's entertaining that they don't just disappear or fall down or anything, you know what I mean? They kind of just chill there, but if you were to try and... What am I doing? If you try and just place them without something to actually sit on like that, it'll fall away. Just, I don't know, you can kind of squeeze more ammo processors in, I guess. They can sort of temporarily put a beam there, connect those up, and then just rip the beam away, and then just put like a beam above that, put more ammo processors, and so on and so forth. You get what I mean? But I won't be doing that. Okay, let's have a gaze here. What's going on? I'm gonna try and even this out. Is that beam just like permanently there now? I think it might be. It's gonna stick around, I guess. Wooden block there. We'll need a 2 meter up here somewhere. Oh god, I was still mirroring when I just did the... Whoops. Okay, well I didn't break those, so I don't have to reprogram anything, so that's not... That was not what was intended though. Oh. That'll be right. So am I... Wait. What was I doing there? Anyway. That away. Oops. Okay, I'm gonna go grab this real quick. Cram that up in that corner, I believe it was. Then grab it. Exit. Paste it there. Okay, so that should control the guns. Whack those into place. Oh god, I was still mirroring. Did it again. Okay, alright, I'm gonna try the mirroring now so I don't keep doing that. Alright, real quick. Those. that's done. Yep, they can go up to there. They can go up to there. That can be a 2 meter. That can be a 2 meter. Okay, so we can technically investigate the ammo room if we want to. At the same time, yeah, let's just sort of quickly set up. Alright. Chair back here. Put those. I feel like they should have been further back, but fair enough. Alright, so we'll put that away, and we will put fire control computer there. I mean, I normally put it the other way around, and yes. I was just doing it different for once, but yeah. Okay, so that should be organized. Now I just need to test the lasers, test the guns, double check this, so that needs that doing there, that doing there. 2 meter, 2 meter. Okay, so I'll need to bounce the laser around as well. I'll need to set up some floors in here, and I need to actually physically move the guns back. I need to go back a couple blocks. But yeah, so I'll get those set up in the next episode. For now, I'll just do a quick test before I end it. With this horrifying arrangement of stuff on the top here. Let's see how it does. Oh, I should save it. And, oh, it's right there. So it's apparently not controlling the guns. I don't know why, and I know that's about to detonate. Jeez, that's a big round. Just collided with it and destroyed it. So, of course, destroy enemy vehicles. I know what's going wrong. I know what's going wrong. It'll take me 2 seconds to fix it. Okay, so destroy all vehicles. Load. Where did it go? Cannon base. So be it here. It's almost 40k. Jesus. All I've got left to put on is shields, so that's nice. And actually assault the detection and so forth. Okay, I know what it is. I know what was going wrong. I really need to set it for group 3. Where is it? Apply changes. Okay. Cauldron. Guns are gone. Okay, alright. Should also point itself sort of away from the enemy. Only one of the guns is currently going, but that's because of the angle. Okay, so 120 is not enough. Destroy enemy vehicles. Thankfully we are pretty low down. Okay, so yeah, they're being controlled by this one, so I needed to actually set this up differently. There we go. Okay, alright, so apply changes. Let me summon another one, and let's see. Just needs to turn a little bit more. Please don't detonate my whole ship. No. Okay, well I know that other gun was firing, but I can't turn because it also somehow detonated the propeller. Definitely need to move that gun forward. See, tucking them in a bit more, that was probably a wise move. Or a wise plan. Okay. Really quickly. I'm gonna try and fix this, set it right. Okay, so 120, 120, 0. I'm gonna set that to -10 just to try and really encourage the 2 guns, aim for 2 separate targets. And then save it. Test it. Probably should test it against something that's not likely to detonate the ship so quick. There we go. Okay, both guns are returning. It just needs a bit more. Okay, so it needs to be like 140? Maybe even 150. Let's go with 150. Let's try that. Oops. Okay, applying the changes to reset the guns. Okay, so I don't know if I'm not really getting slammed too hard yet. I said as it got slammed and the AI went down. Fire. There goes that rear gun. You can tell because it lags. It really doesn't like blowing that gun up. And we're turning the ship around with the gun now. So we've got no rear control. Okay, so yeah, needs work. But I mean, it does a bit of damage to this. Quite a bit of damage. So yeah, see how it goes. That's it for this episode. Hopefully next episode I can get it finished and ready to fight. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed. Hope you guys enjoy the rest of your day and have a good one, guys.